All right, guys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Clement once again, and I welcome you to another Forex Market Outlook for this week. And I welcome you once again. I welcome you. Thank you for joining me again this weekend. And I'm sure it's another weekend for you to learn something and for you to pick something. And if you cannot hear me, you can check your audio. If you cannot hear me, check your audio, and sure you can hear me. If you can hear me, just drop a comment in the chat box that you can hear me, and we are good to go. All right. So welcome once again to another Forex Market Outlook. And like we did last week, we're going to review some of the pairs we analyzed last week, and we are going to analyze for this coming week and see how we can take advantage and leverage the market for this coming week. I'm glad you are here, and because I'll be able to share some things that I was able to do this week with you, and how the market has been interesting, how it has been awesome, remarkable. The market has really been interesting this week. The funny thing was that from Monday up to yesterday morning, if I'm correct, from Monday up to yesterday morning, there was really nothing for me to follow in the market. And I picked just a few pairs over yesterday and today, and I closed all together with about $100 in profit within the space of 24 hours. All right. So that is to show you that most of the time, it is not about how much you are trading. It is about how well you are trading. Many people enter trades. I see they are entering their room, they just pick trades and pick trades and pick trades. At the end of the day, they lose all their money, they lose all their savings, and then they end up being broke and get all their fingers burnt. And it is not as if the market is against them. It's not as if the village people is against them. It's simply because they refuse to learn, they refuse to pay attention to learning, they refuse to give themselves to learning the essentials. And one of the essentials you must learn in trading is patience. Patience is one of the best things you can ever do to yourself in trading. And anybody who is patient can be much more successful than anybody who is not patient and is a professional. And besides, what makes you a professional is not really about how well you can analyze the market. It's about how well you are disciplined not to enter randomly into the market. What makes you a professional is about how well you are able to stay calm and keep calm and know when it is time to trade and when it is not the time to trade. Over the years, I have come to learn this. I have come to see this play out in my own personal trading and in my own personal results. I have come to see that it is not about picking multiple trades. It is not about picking it is not about entering a lot of trades. People feel that the more trades you enter, the more money you make. That is not true. I entered just 4 trades this week. Yeah, I entered just 4 trades this week. I will show you. Let me see if I can see what I'm talking about. I entered just 4 trades, if I'm correct, this week. I'm trying to confirm. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I entered just 5 trades this week, and I lost 1 out of the 5. I won the remaining 4, and altogether, I closed this week with $100 profit. That is to show you that it is not always about entering plenty trades. It is about entering the right trade. Many trades are not the right trades. You have to identify the right one, and you have to be patient not to wait for the setup to be fully formed. And let us go to the chart. Let us go to the chart, and I will show us how I was able to pick some of these trades. I believe you can see my screen. I believe you can see my MT5. All right, so this okay, I'm coming. Let me check. All right, this happens to be one of the accounts I'm managing. This happens to be one of the accounts I'm managing. Yes, I manage accounts. I manage accounts. Just message me and then we can have an agreement on that. This is one of the accounts I'm managing, and let me show you the results so that you can understand what I'm talking about here. Okay. We made a withdrawal this night so that she can send my own share of the profit. Well, let me show you what it has been from today's date is 18, right? So let us look at what has been from last week Saturday up till today. Okay, so you can see that we made a total profit of $120. Can you see that? I believe you can see my screen too. I made a total profit of $120. And how many trades did I pick? I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 6 trades I picked. I picked 6 trades. I lost just one. This is the only one I lost. You can see it's there. I lost just one, and I won the remaining 5, and I ended up closing with $120. The other account I'm managing is a larger account than this one, and I ended up closing that one with about 150 or $200 if I'm correct. I'm not quite sure because I started managing the accounts sometime middle of this week. So if I had been managing the account at the same time with this one, probably I would have closed down with over $250 in profit. Right, so this was when the owner of the account made a withdrawal so that we can share the profit and I can get my own share. But you can see the profit I was able to make on this account in just 1 week, $121, and I opened just 6 trades. All right, so it's not about entering plenty trades. It's about entering the right trade at the right time. Okay. All right, so let me just show us one of the things I looked out for when I was picking this trade and what I'm expecting from the market for the coming week. Okay, I believe you can all see my screen. If you cannot see my screen, you can drop a message that you cannot see my screen, and I'll look into that. All right, if you are seeing my screen and you're wondering what is this, what is the different colors you are seeing on my screen, I think I've explained it in last week's video that this is the system that you have access to when you join my VIP. When you join my VIP group, you have access to this. System. It comes as a bonus for you for joining my VIP group. Once you join my VIP group, just go to the media, you'll see it and you'll be able to download it. And I explained it in the last video. So if you want to know how it works, you can just watch my last week video. I took some time to explain it. Maybe I will still create another video dedicated 100% to explaining the system absolutely. But I did a little bit of explanation last week in last week's video. All right. Okay, so this is on the 4-hour chart, right? And we can see how the market has been bouncing around here and here. Let me draw my box so you can see that this here was serving as a resistance. This is also under resistance, and this is also under resistance here, and everything is within this range of orange box that you saw there. All right, everything is in that range, so all of them are serving as a resistance. All right, so we can clear that because we already have a verified resistance indicating that it is a resistance here. Okay, so we can also see, let me remove this trend line. All right, so you can also see how when the market started, you see the Fibonacci came all the way from here, from this highest level here up to this lowest level here, and then we saw how the price, the step index has been respecting 61.8 region, which is also indicated with this red box here with an untested resistance. As far as me I'm concerned, it is already a tested resistance. Okay, so and from what I'm looking at on step index, there is a very much likelihood for the market to keep going down, because this is what we can draw from here, which means that the market has broken this trend line, and it has been unable to break above 61.8% retracement level, which has been quite a resistance for us to watch. All right, so and we can see how all the moving averages are already pointing to a downward, to a descending channel, to a downward trend. All right, so if you go to the 8 hours chart, what do we see on the 8 hours chart? All right, load. Okay, this is what we have on the 8 hours chart. On the 8 hours chart, we can see that it is still very much bearish. moving RSI has been unable to break above 50%, 50%, unable to break above it. Okay, so for me, we are still very much bearish. We are still very much bearish. Look at what is happening on daily. Look at what's happening on daily. See, you can see this is an engulfing candle right here. It's an engulfing candle. If the day closes with this engulfing candle, and then the next day follows suit, we might have a continuation in the sell-off. All right. So and if I'm going to draw, this right here, we have this, but for me, it's not that much valid. Yeah, not really much valid. So on step index, we are looking at a sell opportunity next week, except we see a strong rejection candle, and then the market keeps going in the opposite direction. So far, so good. I will remain bearish on step index. And on V75, I sold V75 a lot this week as well. You can see that from the result I showed you. I sold V75 1, 2, 3, 4. I sold V75 4 times, and I sold step index twice. All right. So out of the 4 times I sold V75, I hit it 3 times, and two of those times it was over 3,000 pips. And the only one I lost because I was not patient enough. If I had left it open, it would have also been in profit. Okay, it would have also been in profit. All right. So for what I'm looking at on step index now on this 4-hour chart, I'm still very much bearish on step index. The price has just broken 50%, but I am not trusting this break because there was a time it broke 50% right here, and you can see how it went back up. You can see how it went back up again and tested 76.4%. All right, so I don't trust this 50% break right here. I don't trust it because something like that has happened before. Okay, so what I'm going to look out for now is a clear break on this 50% level. However, you need to also look at what is going on with RSI. See what is going on with RSI. RSI is currently at 30.92, which is quickly approaching oversold level, which was the same thing that happened here, and then we had a bounce back up. All right, so we need to watch out for those on V75. And on 8-hour candle, what do we have? All right, on 8-hour candle, we are seeing a very strong bearish momentum. Okay. All right, so I am still bearish on V75, yes, but I would need a, okay, give me a moment, sorry, give me a moment. All right. Okay, let me quickly open my trading view so that we can sorry. All right. Oh, okay. Let that open first. And let's see what we do from there. Okay, so trading view is where I do my market analysis. All right. So I do my market analysis on trading view, and I pick my trades on MT4. Let's go to charts. Sorry for the slow in the network. It rained heavily earlier today, so I guess the rain is affecting the network flow. All right, so let's be a little bit patient. I won't take your time too long. I promise I won't take too much of your time. All right, so I'm just going to do some few analyses, and then we'll call it a night, and I'll see you next week. All right, if you are learning something, if you are getting something, you can just drop a comment that you are learning something and this is helpful for you. You can just share how this has been helpful for you and how you are also improving your trading with everything I've been sharing. All right. Okay, so I don't know why my trading view is resetting itself. I don't know why this is happening to my trading view. Well, can you give me a moment and let me just sign in? Let me just sign in, and then Oh, Holy Spirit. Sorry. I'm not sure I remember how I used to sign in anymore. It's been a while I signed in. It has always been on signed in. I don't know what happened that it signed me out. I don't know why it's signing me out. So let me see if this is going to work. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay, it's redirecting me. Awesome. Oh no. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. This has to work. This has to work. This has to work. Awesome. Awesome. We are back. We are back. All right. We are back. Okay. So all right. We are back now. So uh, this is US oil. This is US oil, and I promise not to take your time. So I'm just going to. I'm just going to. Let's go to currencies. Let's see what's happening with currencies. Let's see what's happening with currencies. Euro, pound. This was what I drew yesterday. You can remember, right? You remember, right? This was what I drew. Sorry, I said yesterday. I meant last week. This is what I drew last week. I drew that I'm expecting this to happen and then this to happen. And we saw, and you can see for yourself now. You can see for yourself that price has started respecting that. So for me here, I would rather continue selling and continue selling up to as far as that level, and my stop loss would be around. The stop loss will be around here, which is actually quite close, quite close. However, there is a high likelihood for the market to still play some tricks on us. And I said it last week that you need to be watching out for the tricks of the market. One of the tricks of the market is that the market can actually, if you go down to the lower time frame, like 4 hours, there is a likelihood for the market to still do something like this. And funny enough, the market can continue going up and clear as many people out of the market, like clear as many people as possible out of the market before it continues to sell. So don't be surprised if this is what plays out. The forex market is a very silly market, and it's one of the markets where you really, 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 really need to exercise patience, because there are a lot of big boys out there who are out there to earn your money, who are out there to ensure that you are not making profit. So you have to be smart about your trading. You have to be smart and be able to think like them. I'm not saying this is what is going to play out. I'm saying this is a possibility. However, another possibility is that it will just come a little bit up and start selling. And the best possibility that could ever happen is that instead of it to go up a little, the market just starts selling and keeps going down, which is possible as well. So first of all, we need to watch out and see what's going on, how the market is going to play out. For me, if I'm going to be selling, I would wait for the market to break. I'll wait for the market to break this level. If the market breaks this level that I just drew here, this support level, then it's sell for me. It's sell for me. As long as the market does not, is still, as long as the market is above this level, as long as the market is above this level, I am not going to sell that market. Okay, so that's for euro pound. That's for euro pound and pound CHF. Pound CHF, well, it's almost the same thing with euro pound. I said it last week that they have negative correlation. What that means is that if euro pound is selling, pound CHF should be buying. However, with what we are seeing here, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my chart. With what we are seeing here, it's looking like pound CHF wants to buy, which is actually as expected. As expected, if pound CHF is buying, then definitely euro pound should sell. And with what we have here on pound CHF, it is a good buy for us. It's a good buy for us. It's a good buy for us. However, you don't just jump into the market and buy. If you want to buy, I would expect you to wait for the market to break above this level. You can see that level that I just drew. So wait for the market to break above that level. and then you can join the buy trend. For USD CHF, okay, this is looking straight away, straight away, straight away, straight away. Okay, so we have this level here that you need to watch. That level is actually a support level. Yeah, that's a support zone you need to watch. So I'm expecting this. This one is quite straightforward. Normal basic technical analysis technique. Expect a retest. Expect a retest. Definitely, definitely, there will be definitely be a retest. When the retest will happen, we don't know. But the market is sure coming. Okay, before the retest can happen, might happen. You might have the market. Sorry about that. Before the retest might happen, you might have markets buy up to this level, up to this level. So you might need to wait for the market to come up here, and because this was a rejection here, so it might also reject there, and then it will sell as a form of market retest. And then after the sell, I'm expecting the market to come and test this level up here. You can see how I'm indicating my levels, my expectation. So USDCHF is going to be a top watch for me this week. So USDCHF is going to be a top watch for me. I'm going to be watching out for this retest. Once this retest happens, I am definitely going inside the market to buy. All right, USDJPY, what do we have here last week? We had, this was what I drew last week. As far as I'm concerned, this is still very much valid, very much valid. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen around this area, which is serving as a support. Sorry about that. Okay, so that area which is serving as a support. Okay, so this is resistance here, support here, support here, support here, support here. Now it's serving as a support again. So until there is a break below this level, I would say you should keep watching and wait for the market to give us a clear signal to sell. All right. So CHFJPY, wow, this is interesting. CHFJPY has a negative correlation with USD. With which pair was that again? Which pair did we analyze the other time? Okay, yeah, with USDCHF. However, USDCHF has a stronger negative correlation with Euro USD. So if Euro USD is buying, don't buy USDCHF. If Euro USD is buying, don't buy USDCHF. USDCHF and Euro USD have negative correlations. What negative correlation means is that whenever USDCHF is buying, Euro USD might be selling and most likely will be selling. Okay, so you see a lot of fake out here, a lot of fake out, and that is this fake out has simply stopped hunting. You know, everybody feels the market is buying, and all of a sudden they drop down. You see these three vector candles, we call them vector candles. These three vector candles are the most crazy candles that can happen to any trader in the market. Where you are enjoying the buy, if you bought from here, you are having fun. Most of the big boys bought from here, and they closed out here, and the moment they closed out here, they dump all of you guys, close you out in stop loss here, and then they now start accumulating more orders. Now, all these things happening here is called accumulation. If you have gotten my forex trading course, you understand what I mean by accumulation. All of this is accumulation. While they're accumulating, all of these are stopping, are hunting your stop loss, and they are filling other people's orders. They will want to stop filling orders, want to stop filling orders, want to stop filling orders, do the same thing, and then eventually they will just push down the market up to this level. Now, don't be surprised if the market gets here and there is a big pump back up. All right, this is accumulation, and then after accumulation there will definitely be a liquidation. The trend is always accumulation comes first, then followed by liquidation, then followed by distribution. All right, so once they accumulate, they liquidate, and then they distribute. Now let me show you a perfect example of that. All right, so this happened here. This right here is an accumulation, and this above here is liquidation. Okay, that is liquidation, and then distribution started all the way up to this level. Okay, so definitely expect the same thing to happen here. that's simple for you to understand, but it might be difficult for you to figure out in when the market is actually trading. All right, so I want to close right now. I think I've done a couple of pairs for you guys. So I believe those ones are helpful. I believe you have picked something. I believe you have learned something. And I believe you'll be here to join me next week, Saturday, as well as we check out what has happened so far. And now we can project for the coming week. If you have questions, you can drop your questions in the comment section. This video will be live on YouTube in the next few minutes. So you can just go back and watch and drop your questions on my YouTube comment section. All right. And if you feel you want to get my course, you can just, I'll drop my number, I'll drop my contact on the YouTube comment section, so you can contact me directly there. How about volatility? I don't understand what you mean by that question. Can you please explain what you mean by the question? My time is gone. I don't want to stay more than 30 minutes on this call. All right, so you can just enter my DM and ask your questions. I'll drop my contacts for you to message me. Let me drop my contact. You can reach me on WhatsApp on this number. You can reach me on WhatsApp on this number. Okay, so I'll drop the number also in the YouTube comment section. So I was saying earlier that I manage accounts. If you also want me to manage your account for you, you can enter my DM and then we'll discuss about that. All right, thank you very much once again. I hope to see you next weekend. If you're on my Signal group, let's watch out for a better next week. And if you're not on my Signal group, have a lovely week as well. Bye-bye.